What is going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and you're probably wondering what the heck we're looking at here. This game is called Teleglitch. I found it on Desura, which is a sort of Steam-like downloading platform. Basically, Teleglitch is a top-down shooter roguelike with horror elements. I have yet to see the true horror nature of this game, but they promise it's in there. And what sort of prompted me to play this game was a desire to go back to the Binding of Isaac, and I am not the greatest at the Binding of Isaac, although I am tempted to make some videos on it at some point. I did previously, and I don't know, I think it's kind of a fun style of game where you have to just basically last as long as you can, and then people get to see if you're going to die or not. This is a story that we're going to kind of not really go through here, but basically it controls like a twin-stick shooter, so I move around with the WASD keys. This is available for $12.99. I'll put a link in the description for the PC, and again, there are a whole slew of items that you can collect. Everything is procedurally generated, so it's completely random. I have this big map that I cannot investigate at this point. You have a gun, so you will shoot here. I can reload. It has some really cool aesthetics. You know, it's not the most graphically supreme game in any way, shape, or form, but it has a very nice look to it and some really cool stylistic choices in the sense of, you know, when I fire a bullet here and then I reload, it has a countdown timer so I know exactly how long it's going to take to reload. The enemies are kind of cool. When you fight them, they get added to your info and your stats, and I don't know, I'll just let you kind of explore it with me as we investigate and test out some really cool sound effects. There's all these interesting little tidbits, sort of text logs that you can read that describe the story and what's going on. And there's these mysterious teleporters in this military facility. But basically, you have all these items, and you can see them scrolling through the mouse wheel. Right now, I have some bombs. I have my automatic pistol. I have an empty can ×2, and I have a tube. If I press C, I can combine things. So I can combine two basic bombs to form a bigger bomb. Or I don't have to do that if I so choose. You can rearrange this stuff, so if I want to make my explosives my primary, I can move them, but I'm not going to do that for right now. We're going to keep it on the pistol and try to find some... Okay, again, our first enemy that hates us. These guys. You have health, and again, it's roguelike based, so you die and you're done. It's see how far you can get on your one and only life, which is very much like real life. Oh, jeez. And then you're moving around with the mouse, controlling my gun. I can adjust the distance, hold right mouse button to aim, and then left mouse button to fire. And I just thought this was a really worthwhile game to show you guys because it brings something very new to the table, which is roguelike with guns, as well as roguelike with shooter, just collecting items and sort of combining them. I guess that's not necessarily a shooter tendency, but one that feels more interesting when you have, you know, a whole slew of sort of modern weaponry at your hands. It's not Spelunky, it's not Binding of Isaac, it's not something completely crazy. I don't know where we're going. You want to mix trying to find the teleporter, which will lead you to the next area, with exploration, of course. In any game like this, exploring is incredibly important because I'm out of bullets. I'm gonna punch this guy to death unless he punches me to death. Hey, get out of here! Seriously, die. Okay, so I'm out of ammo right now. And again, you want to explore and balance exploring with progress in order to hopefully make it as far as possible. And in a time when, you know, we're talking about new consoles, we're talking... that doesn't sound good in there. What is that? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm gonna go somewhere else and try to find some goods. At the time we were talking about new consoles and things being $450, $600. Yeah, oh my jeez, this is not good. Etc. etc. I thought it would be cool to showcase a game that, you know, like I said, you can have in your pocket for $13, and can be almost infinitely replayable. We're gonna try to beat this guy to death. Yeah, what is this? I need some serious stuff. A nail box. Can I combine the nail box and the tube? No. But why, I say? No! I should be able to put that tube together. Let's see, what does this terminal say? Note to self, chemistry. Alright, now there are a lot of chests that you will find that have lots of ammo, lots of stuff. I have been completely unlucky in that we haven't found a single one. So we're completely, hopelessly devoted to our fist right now, which is not the best thing to be devoted to. As anyone will tell you, a knife wins against fists. It's like rock, paper, scissors for dummies, except you lose every single time, which isn't the most fun. And I've really tried to get more into PC. Jesus. Holy crap, this is not good. Run for your life. Forrest, run. Run, 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 run. No, get away, get away, get away, get away. I've tried to get more into PC gaming because I do have a really powerful piece. That's not going to work. Do have a really good PC, and now that I'm set up in my apartment, I can actually use it and have fun with it, and I'm probably going to die here. Or maybe not, I don't know. I can, guess, take them all out if I corner myself in the wall. Learn to... Oh, and then I died from the evil teleporting goo. So we're going to play this again here. And as you unlock the... As you get further along in the game, you can start at a harder place. But for now, we start right here. And this will be interesting because we'll get to see how different is it each time. Simple controls, spacebar to pick things up, left and right mouse buttons to do whatever. I think that the overall aesthetics of the locations are similar. I just think that the organization of the whole facility sort of changes and evolves with each play, which is a cool change. Again, here we are in this very early weird room that we didn't see before. Planet Medusa. Hercules is one of my favorite Disney movies. I remember being in the movie when it first came out, and my brother actually, he was so scared of the Hydra, he cried and closed his eyes. I mean, he was just a little guy. I can't fault him too much. Something I didn't realize when I first started playing this game is that ammo is quite the valuable resource. You kind of want to conserve maybe more than you think you need to. And again, I've got lots of things, shells here, med kit 25 health, and some clips. So I can reload. I really like that reload timer. I think it's a very silly yet smart decision to have. And again, if you're looking for a deeper rogue, like, typically these experiences are very low investment and low key, and you can kind of just explore them to your heart's content, and not really require much thinking or mental processing. But here there is quite a bit of story if that's something that you're interested in or something that you think would be cool. And there's some really cool graphical... Jesus. Some really... Get the frick out of here, monster! Some really cool graphical effects. He sort of, like... I don't know what you call, like, phases in and out as he shoots. And you can see that they're building the environment out of probably a predefined set of puzzle pieces and then just rearranging them in different orders. Because here's this big room with yada yada, all the different exits that we remember from our previous life. This is the evil pit of doom. Be careful not to die. Anything in here? No. So in a day and age when a lot of games are quite disappointing at $60, I find that this is a whole just bucket of fun for $12.99. There is a demo if you're interested in trying it out. Not sure exactly what all the demo entails or how long it lets you play for. But as soon as I tried it once, I was like, hey, I feel like paying these guys. It's from a group of developers from Estonia, which frankly I don't even know where that country is. But I thought, I always have a kind of a knack for indie games, especially ones that innovate along the space. Anybody can go and make the twin stick shooter, or go and make the Amnesia horror mod. But I thought that this was something that was really worth letting you guys know about, just because I felt it was so fun and engaging. And I kind of am at a point where I really want to bring more cool gaming things to you guys. A stimulant. Stimulants, painkillers, and explosives, one pill. Makes you faster with a lot of side effects. That sounds quite freaking dangerous. I like it. Let's do it. Did we make it? No, we didn't. Okay. Let's make that stimulant. I'm very worried about this stimulant thing. I'm also very intrigued. I only have 19 bullets left, so we're going to have to be kind of careful until we... There's something over here. A tube. Give me your tube. We should do surgery. A nail bot again. Similar items. Here we go. More bullets. Right? Didn't I pick up cartridges? I thought I just picked up bullets. I guess I picked up more bombs. There are breakable, invisible walls, and or not invisible walls, I guess, but hidden walls that you can find along the way, and you can spend a freaking century reading all the documents if you wanted to get into that. I'm going to try to be kind of careful and economical with our bullet firing here. 9 left. I wish I could use like the nails or the tube to hit people. I think that would be pretty darn cool, but it's not possible. I think that this game has really bad graphics, but they're so charming. It just makes me want to play. And I don't know. This game I think came out a little bit a while ago, a couple months back. They've been updating it, and they're working on a Mac client. Oh my, canned meat. But I hope it's something that you've never seen before. That gives me health. I hope it's something that intrigues you guys, and you find fun and interesting and haven't maybe seen or heard of. It's not, the typical Slender map or anything like that. See, that was right there, our pro tip about secret walls. I can eat that to heal up. Programmable chip. Detector. Tube and a microchip. Interesting. Text enemy movement in tight pipe-shaped spaces. Works automatically when carried. Disposable rocket launcher. Let's make that. Nice. Okay. One shot only. Yuck. That sounds dangerous. But again, going through and just being able to, manipulate all these items, and I think it has a whole lot of potential. And like I said, this is made by a small team, a very admirable and cool project, and one that I think, I don't know, if it looks like fun to you guys, like I said, link in the description. You can be the judge with your own wallets and minds. Oh my god, hey, stop. Get off my face, get off my face, get off my face! Okay, that was a Dead Space panic room, down to 0 bullets. I've got my my one-shot rocket launcher. So we slowly, oh god. Yeah, baby. Alright, now that was completely horrible, but I'm out of everything now. I have bombs, and I have fists. Get out of here. I will say that the controls are kind of cool. You can't use a controller or anything, but even with the mouse and keyboard, it feels like you'd expect a game like this to control, and kind of handles quite nicely. Where can I go? Where can I go? Dude, I'm gonna try to find the teleporter. It's not like there's a major change in anything when you get to the next level. Everything has names, which is kind of cool. But it is your sense of progress, and again, the more that you, goodness gracious, the more that you move around and advance, the better you will do in terms of being able to start from a later point the next time. Wow, this room looks weird. I also like their sort of tech that they're using to reveal the map. It reminds me of like old RTS's sort of a fog of war effect, but I guess it's like fog of wall effect because it has nothing to really do with war or battles or anything. It just has to do with these strange, facility teleportation. So can I? Ooh, there's my teleporter. That's actually the first teleportation I have made. You guys witnessed it. Freaking stepped into the animus and jumped back, jumped forward. All right, so I can save and exit or continue. And once we continue, very cool warping effect. Makes me feel like I'm in freaking Star Trek 1970. But here we're at level 2, military biology sector. Similar looking environments, but just some side features that I thought I would show you guys here. There's a map, obviously. But if I can go up here and I can open up, I have info. They catalog every monster you ran into, and I don't know that anyone is going to really find this worth reading. But it just, again, they spent quite a bit of time on this, which I thought was pretty cool. All your logs that you find are readable here. You have stats, can find your secrets, blah, 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 total game time, items, what you've unlocked, and you can see there's a whole freaking just dictionary worth of items. I think it's a super cool game. I'm gonna leave it to speak for itself now. I hope you enjoyed this video. We're weaponless, but we're at least around the second level. I'm gonna continue and see how far I can get on this run. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed. Link in the description if you want to see. Check it out. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed. Add to your favorites if you really enjoyed. It helps out a ton. And yeah, until next time, guys, girls, have a fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate. Whoa, perspective shift. Oh my god. I'm gonna blow these guys up. Ready? Whoop. Boom. Whoop. Boom. The bombs are kind of fun until they do that to yourself. So that is the perfect wrapping up point. I have found the answer, which is die, and then you're done. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Girls, have a fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate. We'll see you all later.